mean, it did 3 races that he's missed. You know, those 2 big
Can you guys hear
DNFs,
me?
basically. There
There
we
we go.
go. But we were just talking about your season and how it didn't even start with the first race. Missing the first race, you had a couple races mid-season that you missed, and you've had the ups and downs with contact and disconnects and things like that. But here you are, full circle, Mr. ForzaAlonso, now the points leader in the Precision Racing League Season 8 after the 17th round in China. How does that make you feel?
Man, it's crazy. You know, if you would have told me that I would have been leading the championship, I don't know, like early on in the season when I missed a few races and had some DNFs or whatever, it was rough. And I just kept saying, I'm going to take it race by race and just go from there. And I've been, I've had some pretty tough races, but I think the second half, man, I really shown what I can do and why I belong closer to the top.
I mean, it's amazing. It's really amazing that the ability to punch back, after the various setbacks, and it has been various, and just missing 3 races altogether. It's been an excellent climb, and now you're sitting on 5 wins. Let's talk about this one because I mean, obviously, this is our first rain race of the season, so unique challenge here.
You are going to
Unique challenge that you were facing tonight. And you didn't start exactly probably where you wanted to either. 4th place on the grid. So what was the early part of this race like?
Yeah, starting off in quali, I was held up on my first lap, unfortunately, so I backed out of it, and that kind of threw away that first set of supers. And I mean that's fine. Whatever. I spoke with the guy, and it happens. But anyways, yeah. So like my second lap that I put the time in, it was okay, but I knew that I could have definitely been a lot closer to Ebby's time or even beating it. Um, but I knew that it was gonna be a wet race, and what I did was during quali I went with a wet setup because I knew that it was gonna be mostly a wet race for throughout. So I didn't know if that was gonna hurt me too bad in quali. I was worried that a lot of guys were gonna go for a straight up dry setup, just to get that position. But it worked out, and the start was okay for me. Um, I didn't get too great of a start, but I know at the very start after turn two, Majako had I don't know, he had a moment. I guess he got down on the throttle too quick and almost lost it. So that gave me that spot, and then just was concentrating on moving my way up. And once I was able to get into the lead, man, I was just, uh, yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, I went into a whole another like mode or something.
Yeah, you
It was
definitely
It was
ruined the
tough
last
though.
half of the stream on that because you ran a perfect race. Like you were saying earlier, you were patient. The guys around you had issues, and you took off. Um, and I would also too, because I mentioned this in our commentary. Great call on qualifying in that rain setup. I think that was definitely what won you the race because we saw a lot of cars sliding out there, and we were wondering how many guys would have pitted early to make the wing adjustment to make up for that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I was worried that it wasn't gonna be a good trade off, just because I was really scared. Because I've been in other races where yeah, it shows that it's gonna rain throughout the race, but for whatever reason, second half of the race, it starts clearing up and then going on to the slicks, and so that would have killed me right there, big time, had that happened. But fortunately, it didn't, and yeah, the car felt really great, felt really really good. And yeah, I was just able to keep it on track and have a clean race.
Now, even though it stayed wet the whole time, did you feel like it dried up just enough to give you guys some more grip? Because we saw the fastest lap get broke about 12 different times in that 28 laps. Like a lot of you and Nick, you guys were putting down some real heaters.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely felt like as the track or the race was progressing, yeah, the track was definitely gripping up a bit more. Um, I know when Jocko put down a very, very solid lap time. Uh, I think he got the fastest lap. But yeah, just by that point, obviously my tires were past that point of being able to put down the fastest lap. But yeah, the track was definitely improving for sure.
Now, how was your tire wear with that, with the track improving as well? I mean, did you ever get to the point where you actually needed tires? Or was it just, come in when you felt like you had the gap that you needed?
For the first stint or the opening stint, it was like I had pretty good tire wear. Um, maybe I guess obviously in the opening laps, I use it up a bit more, got a bit more wear, trying to push like crazy, and yeah, so maybe I could have pitted a lap or two later with tire wear, but I think when I pitted was the right call because I think because Majako actually, from what I was seeing on the mini map, like he lost quite a bit of time compared to where he was before he pitted. Um, I don't know if that was really the case, but it seemed that way. So I think he may have waited a little bit too long. So I think when I first pitted, it was just the right time. After that, it was all about building a gap. And I know that McSende caught right back up to Nick, and them two were going to start battling. So once I seen the gap increasing little by little, and like every other lap, I would kind of push here and there. But then after that, I was just kind of running my own race, man, making sure I didn't mess up, take my wing off, sliding off into the grass or something. Um, but yeah, as far as tire wear goes, though, no, it was good. I finished the race at like 67%.
So, yeah, that's not too bad then. So, let's talk about the final two races of the season. You're the points leader now. By what is likely, and I'm looking, we're looking at like 12 points, I believe, something like that. So we're going into Australia, and then we end with what is or no, this is not yours, but you go from Australia to Monaco, two street circuits. Obviously, this is a thing where safety cars and anything can happen. How do you feel going into these two street circuits? And as the points leader, do you think that these tracks give you the opportunity to close it out and take another PRL championship?
Yeah, I honestly do. Australia is one of my favorite tracks. I've always been very strong there. I love the way that it flows. Um, and it sucks too because last season I had to miss that race, which was the opening race. So, and I was showing pretty strong pace there. So, yeah, I definitely think I can do well. I'm definitely going for the win in Australia for sure. Take it to the Australians in their home place. But Monaco, yeah, Monaco is going to be a crazy one. I definitely am confident there. It's gonna make it a lot easier, just because if I hopefully get pole or start on the front row, position there is key. It's huge. Tire wear is absolutely like nothing there. You don't even have to worry about it there, to be honest. So yeah, it's all about positioning on the track, and yeah, man. So it's looking good. I mean, I think my main focus would be having a very solid finish at Melbourne, and then going from there.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to watching it. ForzaAlonso, five-time winner in this season 8 of the Precision Racing League, and now points leader after his big win in round 17 at China. Congratulations, and can't wait to get to next week so that we can continue this story and see what happens in Australia.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed the race. Nice to see you on the commentating team, Hoodies.
Thanks, buddy. Congrats on your win, man. Awesome job.
Thanks. See you guys.
See ya. So there you have it. The man himself, all-time wins leader in PRL competition, now up to 35 wins altogether. ForzaAlonso, points leader.